What they can do from a remote perspective is just immediately lock down, and that will lock down any
cabinets that are connected to that.
Exactly.
You can customize it. It was a couple of weeks ago where I posted a video showing this kind of system in a leading supermarket store. Now found a manufacturer who makes one like this, and David here from iTAG is going to run us through exactly how this works, because there are quite a number of comments that people were saying that that's not going to stop anyone. Is the delay, it's just going to delay someone 10-15 seconds. However, it's a lot more customized than at first glance. So David, could you just explain to me the concept behind this and the features and benefits of this?
Absolutely, yeah. So like you say, you're seeing this in the marketplace at the moment, and there's a little bit of inflexibility about the use cases for it and how it's actually being shopped and managed. As you say, there's a long delay, and some customers aren't particularly happy about it. Now, we understand that concept, so we're working with a strategic partner called iTAG. We're developing this solution. So we have the same system where if you press the button, you wait, it will count down and it will release it.
And can you program how many seconds that delay is for?
Absolutely. So the main thing here is to know it will always open, so it will never restrict to sale.
Okay.
So when it times out, it's so that a customer will always be able to shop the unit if they need to, if there's no colleague intervention around. Colleague time is very tight at the moment, which is where the flexibility of this unit really comes into its own. So we'll just lock this again. In these particular scenarios that we'll show you now, so what we want to be able to do is increase the friction when there's risk and reduce the friction when there's not. So we can press that button, and then that can go through to an integrated guard via a headset. It can go to wearable technology, a tablet, a CCTV podium. That output alert can go to a colleague within that store and say, someone's trying to get access to a high value, it doesn't have to be booze, it can be any high value. So we say, okay, someone's now trying to act. We then come across, and this can come in various formats, and we can assess the risk at that point and say, we're going to allow or deny. So here we're going to say, yep, absolutely fine, we've identified someone's at the fixture and there's no real risk there. We'll allow access either instantly or very, very quick, reducing that waiting time for the consumer. So, and then at that point, we'll run through the same scenario again. We press the button, and then we go to the pad and we say, there's more of a risky situation. What we're going to do is we're going to deny access. And what I will say here, colleague's on the way.
Ah, right.
And now then a colleague or a security guard can then go and offer customer service and intervene and help. So those are some of the flexible ways.
Once a colleague comes here, is there a way a colleague can manually open the door, or how can the colleague then open the door?
So the colleague will have
to wait till that signs out?
No. They will be able to scan code, or they'll have the wearable tech that they can then allow access.
Right, okay. I see that you've got like a pinhole camera in here.
Yes.
So what does that camera do? Does it do some snapshot recording? Does it create small video file? What's it used for?
Well, it's completely customizable. So you can have any type of camera in there that you like, and we can build that for many, many reasons. But this particular version, it's for a loyalty program. So if you have a loyalty card of that customer, you can scan that, and because they have your information on file, they know who you are, you'll get instant access.
Right,
So from a customer got one of those loyalty cards, you can scan that and shop that in a very simple way. Everyone carries their loyalty card around with them when they're shopping. And at this point, what we can actually do is we can then start to do some targeted advertisements here. So from a brand perspective, we can actually put advertising here and upsell. And if you have a loyalty card that's integrated with that retailer, they can offer certain discounts on products that are within there just by scanning your loyalty. Now, we've seen a lot of brand potential here with these particular units in this space. But from a crime perspective, ultimately, this is a loss prevention solution. It's just to manage that risk. What we see is incidents of organised retail crime, robberies, armed robberies, those sorts of things come in. What they can do from a remote perspective is just immediately lock down, and that will lock down any
cabinets that are connected to that.
Exactly.
You can customize it as well.
Customize it. So we have sweeping in BWS aisle, we can lock down the whole of Spirit. Or if you have this in many areas of the store and we know that you're being raided, you can lock that down, make it robust so they're unable to gain access.
And to lift the lockdown, you can only do that from one of these things. It doesn't time out.
No, so once the incident is over, then access can be regained. So that's when we'll turn that off and say the incident's over and people can shop normally. As you can see, very, very flexible design. We can flex that friction from a customer. We can lower that friction where it's not needed, and we can increase that friction where it's really needed in those areas.
And the security of these things, what kind of material is on here?
So we've got plexiglass here, but again, these can all be made bespoke.
Right.
So we can have reinforcement all the way round, or you can make it less. It just depends on the category, retailer, and everything we do is bespoke built. It fits to the shelving that's already there. So from a retail perspective, they don't need to
Just like an add-on, retrofit. They don't have to.
Retrofit is exactly the phrase.
Right.
And it's all bespoke built. So the retailer can put it in any part of their business where they see risk, and then they can manage that risk up and down dependent on time of day, risk profiles, areas. Managing a store in Torquay is very different from managing a store in central Manchester.
Yeah.
So you are able to use the same technology and the same kit to be able to customize it to the scenario that you're in.
I think you'll be seeing a lot more of these coming along in supermarkets. Dave, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.